Major funding for NJTV News is provided in part by the members of the New Jersey Education Association, making public schools great for every child, and PSE&G. We make things work for communities.
Tonight on NJTV News, housing the homeless.
It's called Familiar Faces, for homeless people you see and recognize every day, and it's a new pilot program designed to get them permanent housing and help.
Newark students have fallen behind when it comes to the percentage of students attending college after high school. That's according to a new study. But now they're trying to increase that percentage by 2025.
Plus, Senator Bob Menendez blasts his Republican opponent, accusing him of fudging facts and transforming a locker room into a laundry room to give bullied kids STEM skills and self-esteem. Those stories and more next on NJTV News.
Live from the Agnes Varus NJTV studio at 2 Gateway Center in Newark, this is NJTV News with Mary Alice Williams.
Hello, thank you for joining us. A new strategy to help the chronically homeless. The state's partnering with hospitals on a pilot program to learn if providing homes and wraparound help can change the lives of those still chasing the dream. Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan reports.
How can I say, being homeless sometimes is not easy.
Giselle Gonzalez knows she's 32 and lives hand to mouth alongside the ever-present homeless population in Journal Square, just a fraction of Hudson County's more than 800 homeless, according to last year's official count.
I go to the temples, the Indian Sikh temple. They give pretty much good foods daily, every day, so I won't be starving. Sometimes I stay here outside because there will be a lot of fights sometimes in the shelters. So I try to ask for help as much as I can, you know.
Everyone deserves a place to lay their head at night. The stories that we hear about the homeless are unbelievable.
Today, Hudson County launched a new pilot program that will use 25 rental vouchers from the state, combined with intense support services donated by 2 local hospitals, to find permanent housing for people who are vulnerable and chronically homeless. Hoboken University Medical Center will help 5 clients. Jersey City Medical Center will support 20.
And many times, because of mental health issues, especially if they're not getting treated, they won't go into one of our supportive housing programs. So the first step for us, for example, might be somebody who's living on the street, make sure that they're keeping their appointments, taking their medications, and then all of a sudden they understand the need to go into supportive housing.
The program will spend about $25,000 per client per year. It's called Familiar Faces because the chronically homeless often are familiar to cops, commuters, and neighbors.
They're familiar faces. These are people that we went to high school with. These are people that we know, their moms and their dads. So we're helping ourselves when we're helping them.
And saving money. Chronically homeless don't just stay in shelters. They often make repeat trips to jail or to the emergency room. A separate cost analysis showed hospital and shelter costs decreased by nearly $400,000 annually when the county helped 25 homeless clients find supportive housing for a year.
Without permanent housing where they can be stabilized and get the supportive services they need, even just a handful of individuals on the street or in the shelters can become very expensive.
What we are announcing here in Hudson County will be transformative for many people's lives.
They're trying to give homeless people apartments.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. I mean, I'm excited, wow.
Jersey City's already identified 20 applicants for the Familiar Faces program, and the 5 other slots will probably fill up fast. Sponsors hope it's so successful that it becomes a model for the nation. In Jersey City, I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJTV News.
A multi-billion-dollar settlement tops the state's business news. Rhonda Schaffler is off today. Here with details is Joanna Gagos. Joanna?
Mary Alice, Visa and MasterCard have settled the nation's largest antitrust case yet for $6.2 billion. The suit was brought by 12 million merchants who accuse the companies of illegally inflating their swipe fees. That's the fee that merchants pay per transaction. Now, the payout seems massive, but it's only a fraction of the $90 billion that vendors pay every year in swipe fees. And when you split it up between the suing merchants, each walks away with $516. Now, a separate class of merchants is suing to lower the fees moving forward, which they say will benefit consumers. You buy the hats and shirts from a local store thinking you're supporting your town's sports teams, right? Well, most schools say they never actually see that money. Many retailers are selling merchandise without the town's permission, but even when the gear is licensed, districts often make only cents on the dollar because stores split the wholesale price instead of the much higher retail value. One way to protect a school brand? Apply for a trademark. Stockton University is deciding whether to build a marine and environmental science center in Atlantic City. The $41 million building would be developed on Bader Field. That's the site of the former Atlantic City Municipal Airport. Stockton officials say the center would help with alternative energy research and would strengthen the local economy in EC. The next step, a feasibility study made possible through a $100,000 state grant. In 18 seconds, a FanDuel payout jumped to $82,000, and you can bet it's causing some problems. Anthony Prince told a local news outlet that he bet on the Denver-Oakland football game when the Broncos were favored 750-1. But FanDuel says that was a pricing error that was corrected in seconds. It offered $500 in skybox seats for 3 Giants games, but Prince isn't cashing in. He brought the case to the New Jersey Division of Gaming Enforcement, who's reviewing the incident. Now to Wall Street, where the Dow was up almost 160 points. And those are our top business stories.
Support for the Business Report provided by Verizon.
Victims of pre-sexual abuse can speak publicly about their experiences even if they signed a confidentiality agreement. U.S. Catholic bishops forbid forcing victims who receive financial settlements to sign non-disclosure agreements back in 2002. Now those who signed before then are free to ignore the deals. The New Jersey Diocese announcement came just hours after State Senator Joseph Vitale called on the church to release victims from their legal agreements and allow them to call the Attorney General's hotline. Attorney General Gurbir Grewal says the hotline he set up as part of his criminal investigation has been ringing off the hook. The number of Newark's high school graduates who go on to earn college degrees is only a fraction of both the state and national averages. Raven Santana reports on what Newark's doing to give more students the college edge.
Compared to state and national rates, Newarkers have fallen behind in pursuing a college degree after high school. That's according to a study by Newark City of Learning Collaborative.
NCLC exists due to the reality that not enough Newark residents are earning the degrees and credentials necessary to compete for viable employment in our city's economy.
The study covered the enrollment, persistence, and completion rates of approximately 85% of all Newark high school students who graduated between 2011 and 2016. According to the study, in 2017, roughly 19% of Newark residents earned a college degree or higher, compared to 45% of all New Jersey residents and 40% of Americans. And now the mayor and city leaders are determined to change that, with the goal of 25% by 2025.
That is 25% of all Newark residents holding at least an associate's degree or higher by the year 2025.
We just have to introduce our kids earlier to college and earlier grades and get them focused on it.
Supporters of the study say it's an opportunity to see what's happening to high school students after they graduate.
The transparency that the data provides in terms of visibility into how our kids are doing compared to other great Newark schools, it gives us a ton of insight into what we could be doing better.
The mayor says another problem is getting students to stay in college.
Maybe if they ran out of money or if anything else, what the issues are, why kids are leaving school, leaving the university. And so we need to figure that out. It will help us prepare them before they get there.
According to the study's persistence findings, 87% of Newark graduates who immediately enrolled in college returned for the next college term, and only 64% of students who immediately enrolled in college continued through the second year.
When I was in high school, a lot of people wanted to drop out because they didn't find the need to go to school, to go to college, to get a job that they could get right after high school, like, for example, working in construction.
Just heard this morning, a student lost her mom, said, I don't know if I can continue. I've got to come home and help the family find money for the funeral, and then I've got to figure out how to provide an income to help the rest of my household.
The NCLC says it will now hold public conversations in all 5 wards of the city to get more students in college and to stay there. In Newark, Raven Santana, NJTV News.
Students from struggling families have a hero at the high school. That tops tonight's Garden State Express. Our first stop, Newark, where Vice Principal Akbar Cook noticed Westside High School students bullied for having to wear dirty clothes, often skip class. Now, as the new principal, he's solved the problem by converting a locker room into a laundry room. Mr. Cook got a $20,000 PSEG Foundation grant to buy washing machines and dryers. Employees of a local UPS store donated laundry soap, and teachers have been assigned before and after school to work with the students on STEM projects while they're waiting for the spin cycle to finish. Next to Pleasantville, where 21 school employees are getting pink slips to close a $1.5 million budget deficit. The state-appointed fiscal monitor says the budget approved last spring was balanced. Then the board reinstated some employees scheduled to be laid off and had to come up with nearly $5 million in back pay to union members who'd worked without a contract. The state education department sent a letter warning the board to address the deficit or face future loss of aid and state intervention. So, custodian secretaries and maintenance workers, along with the district coordinators for family involvement in facilities, will be let go October 5th. Finally, Trenton, aiming to clamp down on colleges that mishandle sexual assault complaints. Campus crime reports indicate there were 138 reported rapes at New Jersey's four-year colleges and universities in 2016, up 24% from the previous year. The Senate Higher Education Committee has approved a measure that would fine colleges $10,000 if they fail to appropriately investigate an allegation or, if it's proven, discipline the perpetrator. The New Jersey Association of State Colleges and Universities says it supports the intent of the bill, but worries the proposal is too vague. 5 New Jersey colleges are currently being investigated by the U.S. Department of Education for mishandling complaints of sexual violence. And that's a Garden State Express for Wednesday, September 19th. Something up in your neighborhood? Tip us off. Two powerful Latina political organizations consider the upcoming midterm elections a referendum on President Trump. And today, the Political Action Committee, Latinas United for Political Empowerment, and the Unidos U.S. Action Fund held a rally to mobilize members of a powerful voting bloc to send the president a message at the polls.
With our vote, we can tell him that we are not a political punching bag. We can tell him that our sons are not criminals or rapists. We can tell them that our children are American-born children that have undocumented parents, are Americans, and that deserve all the rights of an American citizen. And we can tell them that Puerto Rico deserves respect and deserves investment. That's what we're going to do with our vote here in New Jersey.
We have to come together. We have to create that consciousness of, again, coming out to our communities and speaking up and telling every Latino that's out there, to our communities, how important this election is to each and every one of us.
The state's senior U.S. senator is counting on high voter turnout to hold on to his seat. Tightening polls and targeted TV ads unleashed by his opponent, Republican Bob Hugin, are putting Democratic Senator Bob Menendez in a tough re-election race. Last week, we caught up with Hugin on the campaign trail. Now, Senator Bob Menendez joins Brianna Venozzi.
Last week, we covered a campaign event with your opponent, Bob Hugin. He stood at the shuttered former military base, Fort Monmouth. He blamed you, among those, for its closure.
Well, as part of his deceptive campaign, what he forgets is that, number one, I wasn't the U.S. Senator at the time. Number two is I joined the delegation in opposing the base closing and voted against it. Number three, that there was a Republican president who did the base closing. It was called President Bush, who he supported financially and otherwise. So it seems to me that Bob Hugin needs to get his facts straight, but facts doesn't stop him from being deceptive. And so that's one of the concerns I have in this race, that truth doesn't seem to be an obstacle to Bob Eugen.
Has this campaign gone a more negative route than you anticipated it would?
Absolutely. You know, I have in most of my campaigns focused on telling New Jerseyans what I've done for them, what I fought for them on, and what I intend to do. And sometimes, yes, there's a comparison between you and your opponent. But my opponent doesn't even say he's a Republican most of the time in his advertising. He doesn't tell people what he's going to do for them. All he does is spend his millions of dollars that he made based on making a killing off of cancer patients on negative advertising about me.
Okay, so that's been something that we've heard from your side. We've heard in the ads. His ads have focused on essentially alleging a guilty verdict in your bribery and corruption trial, calling you corrupt. How do you shake sort of the negative attention from the trial? It's somewhat coming out in the polls. The last Quinnipiac poll had you up by 6 points. It was a single-point lead. Can you shake that negative attention because his campaign is bringing that up in their ads?
Well, look, this is part of his deception, the same deception that caused him to have to pay him and his company, $280 million to the federal government for falsely pursuing cancer drugs that were not approved for the purposes, for allegedly defrauding Medicare, Medicaid, the VA system. So, you know, we're fighting back, letting New Jerseyans know about who Bob Eugen really is. But we're also going about every day talking to New Jerseyans about what they care about. How do they get health care that is more affordable? And that's from my work on the Affordable Care Act and the Children's Health Insurance and federally qualified health centers. We're talking about how do we ultimately help more New Jerseyans be able to educate their kids and get a college education without graduating under a mountain of debt. How do we create new jobs through 2 new Trans-Hudson tunnels to New York under the Gateway project that I'm fighting for? These are the things that are going to make a difference in New Jerseyans' lives. So while he can focus on a campaign of false negativity, I'm going to continue to try to promote both officially and in the campaign what we're doing for New Jerseyans.
Very quickly, though, there was a poll out today from Stockton University. They looked to the 2nd Congressional District, South Jersey voters. I'll add that is a moderate district. They did vote for President Trump, but it has Eugen leading you by 10 points there. So perhaps that campaign rhetoric is working. So
look, that particular district, Cory Booker lost it by 7 points when he ran for election. Cory's very popular, obviously. It's a very conservative district. The Quinnipiac poll that you mentioned, I looked at it 4 years ago. Same poll, same time of the year when Cory Booker was running for election. He was only 3 points higher than I was. His opponent, Jeffrey Bell, who is virtually unknown and spent $0, was at the exact same figure that my Republican opponent is at after having spent $15 million. So I'm feeling pretty good about the race. But we take no New Jerseyan for granted. We take no vote for granted. And we're working hard to achieve victory.
We have just a minute left. I want to ask you about Brett Kavanaugh's hearing. Will it happen on Monday? It's possibly the nomination process will be delayed for a hearing about this alleged sexual misconduct. The accuser is now requesting an FBI investigation before testifying. Will this halt the nomination process?
It should halt the nomination process. First of all, the Republicans are rushing through this nominee because they want to pack the Supreme Court.
They're saying Democrats are playing politics using this.
Listen. First of all, Democrats just asked for what Republicans got when President Obama's former nominee ultimately had thousands and thousands of documents in her history, and it was all given to Republicans. We can't get that. Now you have someone, a doctor, who comes forward and makes an accusation. The FBI should investigate it, because otherwise it's a he said, she said. There are many other witnesses to be had here, including another person who was supposedly at the incident, her former doctor who she confided in I think, psychiatry or psychology sessions. So at the end of the day, all of that should be considered before you rush to judgment.
Senator Bob Menendez, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We leave you tonight at harvest time in a place where one of the state's biggest industries is being transformed by science and passed on to students. Here's Michael Hill in the Garden State.
South Jersey's Adam Lotfi is cultivating his passion for sustainable agriculture and teaching as a senior at Rutgers University's Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources.
There's so much untapped potential in people, and some people don't know they love something until they have the right teacher for it. That's what happened to me. You know, and when you have somebody who just kind of jives with the teacher, they have a store of knowledge that just comes out, and the creativity is endless.
I'm close enough to the situation to see these young men and women prosper and grow.
Like Lotfi, they grow in the Rutgers Sustainable Garden, where Executive Dean Robert Goodman says students train without pesticides, planting seeds of vegetation and a viable future. The department is rooted in its 1860s land-grant founding and mission of educating the public. It gave birth to 2 other schools here, engineering and biological sciences. Today,
so we do a whole range of things.
The jump in undergraduate enrollment might signal that.
That's up, a significant tick up in the last year.
What do you account for that?
There's a lot more interest in the environment and in climate and in food and also in fisheries. We are a fishing state.
The school's breeding program is legendary for restoring the oyster industry, for making fruits and vegetables hardier and more resistant to environmental risks.
We are also a leader in bringing out new crops. So we have new disease-resistant herbs and greens.
Its turf program spreads across huge acres on campus. Its research products grace the White House lawn and Yankee Stadium. The dean credits Rutgers' early scientists.
One of the things that they did, which all good plant breeders do if they can afford it, and ours could, is to go out into the world to Kazakhstan, to the Ural steppes, for example, where many of our turfgrass species originate, and collect material at the source, material at sources of origin like these places for the turfgrass species. They're almost a gene bank for resistances.
Do you hear from the private sector to say, help us with this?
All the time. And we collaborate with the private sector. By the private sector, I mean farmers, growers, producers.
Companies?
Companies.
Governments?
Public governments, absolutely. State government, federal government. Internationally.
Among the Ag Department's international outreach, a $27 million donation is helping the school lead a project in Greece. The mission?
To help address workforce development for youth in the agriculture and food sector of Greece, which many people will know has had its problems over the past decade.
Close to home, Rutgers' 104-year-old cooperative extension is embedded in 20 of the state's 21 counties. For decades, the extensions of the university focused on helping farmers, offering science-based research to countless questions that cropped up.
We are built for change.
The change reflects what's happening in society.
Now what we have is programs, for example, Master Gardeners. Acknowledging that our state has become more urban and suburbanized, it's not just traditional agricultural clientele that need help, but maybe a suburban or urban landowner that wants to know how best to manage their garden, or identify and control a pest, or how to maybe remediate lead in soil in an urban environment.
And you have all those answers?
We'll get them if we don't. So that's another great question. We are not limited by what our individual expertise is. So for example, we have colleagues across the state, across the region, across the nation with whom we interact. Cooperative Extension is a national partnership between the federal government, the USDA, state governments, and county governments, and the land-grant universities. So we're a network that expands nationally. So if we need expertise in a given area, we can go through our network to get you the answers that you need. The only thing that you can count as typical or expected is that you're going to be hit with some question that you could never have anticipated.
But the Cooperative Extension says there's an answer out there, and it'll find it. In New Brunswick, Michael Hill, NJTV News.
Premiering tonight, In Your Neighborhood, Vineland, an NJTV News special highlighting the state's agricultural industry, on air tonight at 6:30 and again at 8, and available online at njtvonline.org. And now some noteworthy facts that help you know Jersey. In 2017, NJ Counts found 8,532 homeless men, women, and children across the state of New Jersey. Latinos make up nearly 14% of New Jersey's eligible voter population. The USDA says in 2017, New Jersey had 9,100 farm operations, and Rutgers Scientific School was established in 1864. If there's somebody you'd like to get to know Jersey, share. Use hashtag #NoJersey. Tomorrow on NJTV News, can NJ Transit roll out its emergency braking system on time? To share any story you've seen tonight, go to njtvnews.org. I'm Mary Alice Williams. We'll see you tomorrow.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. NJM Insurance Group, serving the insurance needs of New Jersey residents and businesses for more than 100 years. And Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association. Funding for Chasing the Dream is provided by the JPB Foundation and the Ford Foundation.
PSE&G is building New Jersey's clean energy future. We're working to protect our network against extreme weather, expanding and upgrading transmission lines, and modernizing our natural gas system by installing new, more durable underground pipes. At PSE&G, our goal is to make sure you have the safe, reliable energy you need to power your life now and into the future.
In every county across the state.
I do like that Horizon is a Jersey company. It's almost like a sports team. For us, it's like ours.
In sickness and in health.
You never think it's going to happen to you, especially being so young. Horizon has been there for me through everything I've been through.
With experience and stability, we're behind you.
You know, we're hardworking people in New Jersey. Horizon gets us.
Many retail
41 school employees.
208
things. The jump
of New Jersey's
so young.